It's live, going live. Too late. You're live. Let's see if this is too bright. Let's move this. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. It's already 7. Turn it on
now.
It's already 7.
I'm here. How y'all doing out there? Anybody hear me? How's this? I see one person. I see 3 thumbs up. Right? Something.
Oh, there's an ad. Hang on.
There's an ad. I thought we turned that off. Oh, yeah. I can't talk like that now. Jay's Philippine. Just got an update on my phone. Fashion. And you are live. How you doing? Fish on us.
No, she can't see yet. You got I think she has.
Well, they just said we're live.
Yeah, put the chat there. We're live, guys. You do the chat.
Detours is there. What's up, Mr. Dave? Good to see you, buddy. Fish on a quabid. Fish on quabid. Aquabid. Fish on aquabid. There we go. All right, so let's see if we can get a few more people in here. Let's see if there is a few more people, first of all. Gotta learn these settings. I ain't never done one of these. Gotta see how the settings work. Fish on aquabid. Gotcha. It's kind of cool. I like that one. Aquabid. Are you new to the channel? Fish on aquabid. Man, I can't have my wife over there in the background laughing at me. So how's things going in BOGO, Mr. Dave? I'll find out if you're still in the room.
You have to type that. Welcome, guys. Something like that in the chat.
Okay. Let's do that. Welcome, my fellow friends. Okay. Well, thank you there, Mr. Fish Aquabid. I'm not sure if we're going to get anybody in here tonight. Maybe a few. Aaron Patrick, I recognize that name. Custom home ventures in the Philippines. That one's going to be easy to talk about. We're going to be talking about house building, all these ideas that a lot of people don't seem to think about. A lot of times they get in the echo chamber, listen to everybody in the Philippines, and it's like it all centers around a few different types of businesses: laundromats, sorry stores, scooter rentals, and there's so many other things that goes on in the Philippines. And I'm not giving them all away, but when you got the labor force over there at the at the wages, man, your imagination can run wild, especially if you got skills back here in America. If you got some talent, some craftsmanship, you can always go over there and find a way to have things built, sell to a certain demographic, maybe some Westerners. But I mean, there's a lot of things to do in the Philippines. Drive a million. Hello, Drive a Million. Detours. It's 8 a.m. here. Stayed up all night so I can join. You didn't sleep, then wake up, Dave? Yeah, I'm not sure about this time frame either. I was kind of questioning. I was like, 8 a.m.? I was like, I just let her pick the time frame and post one finally, and I just went with it without questioning it. And she says, hello, David. I'm sure she'll be over here before long saying hi to the camera. Captain Trucker, there you are. I wonder if I'd see you tonight. Welcome back to the West. Heading back to work in a few days myself. Man, tomorrow I think it's supposed to be, is it cold again one more day or is it warm tomorrow? I keep forgetting.
It's always cold.
It feels like it's always cold, but it's got either one more day. I forgot. It's either that was today or it's tomorrow. We got one more cold day or it's back to 60s and 70s here on out, it looks like. But this 40s is miserable. Gets up this, I know no one gets up this early. I know, we'll see. I'm thinking I need to start doing this around 9, maybe even 10 at night here. That might be better. It takes people a while to show up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It'll probably take a little bit, but yeah, I mean, house building, I mean, that's an easy subject. Got questions on that, please ask. Happy to talk about that. If you got something specific, I've got, over 5 years of thinking, looking, listening, watching, keeping my mouth closed most of the time, just kind of watching what goes on, all the little shenanigans and stuff going on over there with pricing and how many real estate agents you see listing the same property. And you got to be careful a little bit on some issues with looking for houses over there, but you just have to stay up till midnight, my friend. It might be a possibility, huh? All right, yeah, I guess I should read the tag. Welcome back. Yes, and thank you, Mr. Trucker, for that. Dave, Camp Trouble, keep going. I'll show up 10, 20 minutes. Got that one. What have you learned and seen quality-wise about the homes there? Well, quality. If I'm building a house for myself right now, I'm, married with no daughter in the Philippines. I'm that guy who's bragging on I'm making videos left and right how I built my house for $40K. I mean, I'd be so proud of that. Like, cheaper than a truck. I got a house. It's got a shower, bathtubs, living room, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, my own little spot. I mean, it would be fun to see what I could build for 40, maybe 50. I'd be that guy. With a daughter, when she's 25, I'll be 70. I'm thinking, I want a house that's going to last her at least until she's 40 or 50 years old. So that's where I come into like some of these other guys who are doubling up on the steel, doubling up on the concrete. Don't need all these fancy pitches and extra angles on the roof. I want strong, sturdy, best quality. And that's where I might go extra on everything and just have a simple house, but it's way stronger than the rest, or at least on par with the way some of the other guys are building over there. So it's really that'll go back to where you are in your relationship. I'm going to be 60. I don't want to be almost 50, in 10 years. I'll definitely have built a house for them. But I mean, if that was a lot of people's thinking, I mean, go have fun on $40,000 or $50,000. I mean, sell your truck, your car you got back at home, save for a couple of years. You got enough to buy a house in the Philippines or build you one if you can find the right builder. Quality, they're building mansions that are just as nice as they are in California. Don't be fooled by what you see on YouTube. There's gorgeous houses in the Philippines, the highest construction standards in the world being built. Millionaires can get to be millionaires because they're hiring cheap quality materials. They know what they're doing. All those nice quality stuff that you see in all the houses out west, you can get the same things over there. But, I didn't go to the Philippines to build mansions. If I got that kind of money in a few years, sell out, get rid of everything, get rid of the business and everything. I mean, I do have a little fantasy with about 5 or 6 little houses on the ocean somewhere, possibly a small resort, something that I can hand off to my daughter one day. If I keep making friends, if we keep building a community where I know I'm going to have some people stopping by on a regular basis, that's part of the strategy of a YouTube channel, not just to hear myself talk, but where are we at in 4 or 5 years? How many friends have we made? How many acquaintances have we helped and try to help give some ideas about the Philippines? That's where you're at. If you got a, $250,000, USD resort in the Philippines, that might be something to be interesting. You got your own house on the property, you live in it, you make a little money, you get busy, you make lots of friends, you might make a little bit more money, but at least you have something to do. I don't want to sit around. Everybody loves this word comfort. I don't want to sit in the Philippines and, drink my coffee all day long and talk about my comfort. That's just never going to be a part of the lifestyle that's going to make me happy. I mean, you don't have to. No, that's just not a good outlook. I mean, it's downhill. You got to find something to do while you're over there. If you're not, you're going to find probably the wrong things to do. Sitting around the bar, sitting around the house, drinking and eating. That don't equal extra years. I'm here to try to live as long as I can for my daughter. So I want to stay busy. I don't care if the resort's making a fortune. I don't care if the houses, rentals, if we do any of those things. I'm not worried about making a lot of money. It's more just to keep yourself busy. If you're making enough for rent, what are you waving your hands over there for? Next. All right, hang on. Keep going. Let's show up. We have one scene. Drive a million. What part of the Philippines? Drive a million. What part of the Philippines are you? My wife is from Davao. But right now, we're in the States, Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, instead of bouncing around for 4 or 5 years, like, why Dumaguete? Well, once you're there and you spend a real amount of time there, it makes sense in so many ways. I mean, you got the ports, you got an airfield. You can fly to Cebu City on a Thursday, spend the weekend, in a different city. It takes you less than an hour to get there. If you plan your flights right, it ain't going to cost you $100, $150 for two. You can go to a big city. You can go island hopping on the way back, Bohol. You can you can come down the coast, take another ferry boat ride. You got north and south over there in Dumaguete. You can go anywhere you want. I'm used to living out here in the country for the last 5 years. Going to the city in Louisville takes me 45 minutes. I don't think going to Downwind for 30, 40 minutes down the road, or Valencia, 20, 30 minutes up the hill. None of that seems far to me. That's just a normal going out of the house for the day. So when you live in Dumaguete, in my mind, I got everything around me. That whole area is my home. I keep using the word Dumaguete. When I say Dumaguete, I'm thinking Valencia, Downwind, Bohol, Cebu City. That's all my home. That whole little territory is nothing but an hour away from anything. So 8 o'clock, get some coffee. You're on a flight by 9:30. You're in Cebu City by 10:30. I mean, that is home to me. I mean, my daughter was born there. It's just, there's so much to offer there in Dumaguete besides Dumaguete. Detours, I can't interrupt you. Dave, you can interrupt me anytime you want. Right now, I'm building 3 bedrooms, 2-story for my son, around that cost, around the same price. Yeah, man. I mean, that's where I almost got in love with the Philippines, building houses in the first place. It's like what you can get for $40,000, $50,000. It's like, that is kind of fun if you can get comfort, air conditioning, hot water, showers, TV, just, good sized living room, good kitchen, place to park your car. That's it. I'm not sitting at home all day. I'm out. I want to go out and do stuff. I want to go to the gym. I want to go coffee shop, go do things. I just need my house to rest, recover, put my stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want, if my daughter gets a little older and, and I see things, I understand the construction methods better there. Yeah, we might go bigger. I got somebody who understands that, they want me to build a house for them or something. Yeah, we're going to touch all those things. But right now, that was the fun of the building part of the Philippines, was just the whole, what you could get for $40,000, $50,000. And it's a lot if you don't waste it on silly add-ons. I mean, if you just want a good size house, built well, good bedrooms, bathroom, kitchen size, the way you need it, it's easy on $40,000, $50,000 in the Philippines. And for most people, that's all they need. Did Alan do your makeup prior to you going live? Man, we all got nervous. We all jumped in the shower around 6 o'clock, rushing to see, who's going to get there. We had to make sure Carrie's in the bedroom, on her iPad, because I'm waiting for her to come running back here any second. It was just fun doing this first one. It's definitely warmer in here since the camera came on. So we can turn that heater off now if you want. It's getting warm in there. We have to stay busy and physically and mentally active. Some people have strange views over retirement. What?
You read the name of the person.
Well, it's just me and Captain Trucker and Dave right now talking. Driving Million still here. Aaron Patrick still here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's probably got a lot to do with our ages. I mean, I'm sure if I was 70, life hasn't worked out the way I want it to. The kids have worn me down. My body's physically worn out. I understand those guys out there going to be like, yeah, you ain't had my road to walk down. Oh, I get it. I've met those dudes. I mean, I know. I wish we all didn't have to go down some of those paths sometimes. But I'm not at that path right now, and hopefully I won't have to. I'm not beaten down too bad yet. And the gym has been a saving grace for me. I mean, the gym is, without it, I don't know where I've been. I mean, the anger, the not being able to release the tension, anxiety in life, the frustration, watching kids grow up with an ex-wife, just all the stuff that pushes us over to the Philippines in the first place, just dealing with the stuff back here in America that a lot of us dealt with, why the Philippines always looks so great. Man, the gym will relate. It'll end up being building a house. Why am I building houses or want to build houses? It's physical. I want to get out there and sweat with the guys. I want to carry block. I want to wheelbarrow gravel. I want to get out there and work. It's not about, you ain't going to make no money. I might not. I might still love it. As long as I'm breaking even, we might keep doing it on the side even. So it's not always about the money. You'd have to be doing a really bad job, though, of building a house in the Philippines and not come out a little bit ahead. I mean, you'd have to be doing a really bad job. Aaron Patrick, agree. I have seen a hollow block home. They're 20 degrees hotter than a custom built bamboo home or native wooden home. Most homes there are not insulated there to protect from the Philippines heat. Yeah, I mean, I've seen so many of the house builds over there. I mean, it really goes back. I mean, could you imagine a 70-year-old guy who knows he has bad health? He doesn't know how long he's got. It's him and his, whatever age you want to throw out there, wife, no kids. And, he's not going to throw a fortune into a house. He just wants a place he can sleep and rest and maybe a little privacy. I've seen famous vloggers over there build $20,000 houses. I know Filipina P, she built one for her mom. I think she spent 1,000,000 pesos on it. That's what she was talking about. And it was a good sized house. I can have fun with that all day long, to sit here and think what you could build over there on 25,000 versus what you would do with it here in America besides waste it. I got grandkids and stuff around here. It's like I could throw 6-7 grand on a 1 4-wheeler. 2 of those, that's half of a house in the Philippines. Yeah, I was at Adeline's mom's house with the geckos. The geckos were all over the walls and stuff, and nobody paid any attention to them. It was like, I just keep looking out the side of my eyes like, is that another lizard? There was over here. They was on the left or right in the bedroom at night. Yeah, that was different. Nobody said a word about those things. The Wallace life. The good thing about the houses in the Philippines, they made out of cinder block, and housing is in the States are made out of a lot of wood and drywall. Yeah, that's a good topic. I just, I love wood. I work with wood, when I'm doing my stuff. So it's like, I'm a little partial to wood a little bit, but concrete can get cold. It doesn't feel very warm, if you know what I mean, just the whole thing. But if I'm putting my money in the Philippines at the age I'll be at when I'm over there thinking about my daughter, it's going to be longevity. Concrete, block, steel. I feel good building it that way over there, especially for her, because I don't even know if I'll ever have it titled in my name at all anyway. So as long as it's got her name on it, I'm probably going to build that thing as tight as I can. 8-12 inches thick. As thick as I can get it without it being silly. Stephanie Gates, good morning. Where's Miss Adeline? Miss Adeline, come on over. Say hello real quick. She's been waiting for me to introduce her.
Hi.
Hello. She's over there watching on her phone. Make sure
Welcome.
I ain't doing anything too embarrassing on myself. Little Mr. Britt. How you doing, buddy? Mr. Britt there tonight. Detours Jay is just like this on a video chat when I call him on Messenger. Can't get a word in edgewise. Man, David. Oh, yeah, no one knows what you mean by that one. Yeah, I get to talk this time, Dave. New Jersey, huh? All right. That's right. I remember looking up. I thought you told me that before. New Jersey. Stephanie Gates says you're beautiful. Of course, Adeline's looking on the phone. She sees it. Thank you, Miss Stephanie.
That's my agent.
Oh, that's your agent. I got you. All right. Let's find me a topic, guys, because I got a bunch of stuff here, but I'd rather hear what you all are thinking. It's open floor. It's going to be open floor for a while until I get the hang of this. Then we'll start doing this probably 2 or 3 times a week, because that's kind of the way I think I need to do it if I'm going to try to build this up. Something, just be consistent, have certain schedule. I'm thinking Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, something consistent. So we're going to get some ideas on how to improve this, get some software so I can interact with y'all more, split the screen up so you can kind of see some of the things I'm showing people. You can see it as well. So hopefully on the next live stream, I'll have that together. What did you think of the food? Banana Q is by far my favorite thing in the Philippines when I'm going to eat something. There's no second. It's just banana Q if I could have it. Chicken is fine, but I go through chicken like it's a piece of toast. It's, the chicken's where I'm at, 250 pesos for chicken. I eat it in about 5 minutes. It's gone and I'm still hungry. So it would probably I'm guessing it'd take me 6 months to get comfortable with the food, finding what I'm going to eat every day. Because, I want my 10 eggs every day. I want a chicken every day and maybe a protein drink. And that's kind of all I want, unless I'm just a couple of days drained. That's when the banana Q comes into play. Go get me 5 or 6 sticks of banana Q. If I lived there longer, I'm sure I'd find some new things. But with them, I don't risk the restaurants a whole lot. And I stay in and eat mostly. I did take them out to eat, but that's only just because we're tired of sitting in the house, in the small condo. So again, if you have a house, you're going to eat better. You're going to have the groceries you want. You're going to find people in the city. You're going to hire them to be your helpers. I'm going to hire a cook. I'll have food prepped. I'll have chicken breast made. I'll have chicken salad of some kind made. I'll be asking questions about broth. Go ahead and make me some, miss, whoever you are, and I'll pay for that because I want my refrigerator with broth in it 24/7. If I'm thirsty, I'll just drink broth with some water. It's going to take time to figure out the food in the Philippines because I'm not a big rice eater. I love rice, but I don't want to be eating it very much. Um, so I'm not much into the pork. I don't eat lechon. I think I've had it once or twice, but I've just not been to any restaurants where it looks fresh. So I haven't eaten much of it. But although I do like it, I'm not going to eat it from the places I've been seeing it from. I can't risk it. Not with them waiting on me. Squid and shrimp here are good. Aaron Pat, Jay, have you been to Wilcon Home and Store in the Philippines? I've seen Wilcon on videos plenty of times. I don't even know if was there one in Dumaguete. I know there were some hardware stores, but like I said, that last month, I even said that on earlier today's video, I was running out of energy. I just like the motivation. Just once my son and me started talking a little bit, I felt like something was going to happen when I got back here more for this season. So I kind of lost focus in the Philippines the last month. I was tired of the condo. I wasn't eating the way I wanted to eat. It got boring. Not boring. The Philippines was fine, but I needed other activities besides going to the boulevard and just running every day. And the last month, that's pretty much all it was. Get up, go to the gym. If I didn't go to the gym, I went to the boulevard and ran. Literally 30 straight days in a row. It just, I don't want to live like that either. So, no, I didn't get to Wilcon. I didn't get to any hardware stores. I wanted to go to those and check out some stuff, pricing on materials and things like that. But I'm pretty sure we're going to have to buy our first house in the Philippines, have a base to work from. I don't think I can juggle. That flight is just murderous for me. I can't stand these seats. I'm 6'3". I know there's tall people that fly all the time. Probably call me a sissy, but I'm not paying for first class. I don't know. Maybe I will one day in the future, but I'm not paying first class pricing right now. So, I don't want to be jumping back and forth because I don't think the house is getting done on time. Jumping on the plane, spending $2,000, jumping over there. It's like, well, you didn't really save anything if you're spending a lot of money on the flight. So I think we're going to end up just buying a small house to start. Probably 2 million pesos, probably around the 50,000 mark. If it was really nice, a lot of stuff went into it. I've seen a lot of houses get sold for dirt cheap over there because the husband passed away. Relationships go south. They want that house sold quick. It may not be on the board every day, but they're out there. It's just a matter of time. You might have to look for a while. Squid and shrimp. We went to a couple wet markets. Yeah, we did see the squid there, didn't I? Squid. Yeah, I saw some. If Idolin ain't grabbing it, I'm not grabbing it. I know you do like squid though, don't you? Yeah, she does like squid. So she didn't grab any because I'm pretty sure she thought she'd be the only one eating it. If I'm eating squid, I'm guessing it's going to be fried, breading. I don't even think we had breading to bread it, did we?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
We don't really.
Yeah, shrimp. I could live on shrimp. That's another thing. Like I'd want that in the fridge all the time with my chicken or something like that. I'd have shrimp in there just as much if it's, you're not getting sick from it. I don't know. Is the shrimp pretty safe over there that you found so far? Airless Wilcon Home Store. Yeah. I don't know. Is there a Wilcon in Dumaguete? Yeah, I know there was one. I thought there was one in Cebu City. I thought I saw the sign in Cebu City before. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, just for the food, it's like I took some photos now for a future video going on in there. I'm showing my ribeyes and my New York, my T-bones and my New York strips, $3.99 a pound. That's a big deal for me. The restaurants, I can't get beef over there. I'm a beef eater. I love my steaks. I don't love steaks now. I mean, she's missing steak when we're gone too long. Chicken don't have that same feeling as she gets when she's eating her T-bones in here. But we get T-bones here right now. I mean, it's $3.99 a pound. It's like they're not always that cheap, but they are. We grab a bunch. Day start here. Captain Trucker, have to get the day started. Keep up with the good work. Be well, everyone. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate your support. I keep on doing what you're doing as well. Stay safe out there. No wrecks. Brit, shrimp is awesome there. Yeah, I remember during COVID, being locked down with COVID, I definitely had shrimp in the condo. We got shrimp from Metro over in IT Park quite a few times. Now, I love the shrimp that they was having there. Honestly, that's just one of those things of settling in. Once you live in the Philippines and you're settled in, those things will come to mind. When you're jumbling from hotel to condo to a better condo? Is this one cheaper? Is it open? It's just like, oh, there's so much extra stuff in your brain that you don't need to have there. When all that's gone and you just got a home and you got a refrigerator, you got a freezer, you got somebody in the kitchen you've hired to help cook the meals and, get things that you don't even know where it's at and they know where everything's at. You can plan that stuff. Yeah. I mean, shrimp, there's no reason we didn't have shrimp last time other than I probably got to the point I was like, oh, we're buying too much junk stuff. We did shrimp?
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did have one time, but shrimp should be on the schedule 3 or 4 days a week as far as I'm concerned. I love shrimp. Hard to find a good steak in the Philippines. From what I saw at the local market, yeah, there's no steak going to be bought. I saw some, but no, not buying that one. Now, what I saw, I think it was a Texas Filipino. He was going, I forgot what market he was going to, but that it's like a Sam's Club over there in the Philippines, SRM or something, or I forget what it was, but it's a members club over there in, I think it's Cebu City. He was coming back with some nice looking steaks, yeah. So I don't know if I can find a way to get those down in Dumaguete, but we'll have to see. I think my ultimate plans, honestly, I want a house somewhere in the Cebu City region. I'll rent it out, Airbnb it. Daughter one day will probably have it if she's going to school, or vice versa. We'll switch around. I could easily see being happy in Cebu City in some circumstances. The traffic's miserable, but there is so much there. I mean, a young daughter, a teenager daughter at some point. Yeah, Cebu City, I mean, we'll talk more about that at some point, but Cebu City's not out of the picture for, a good amount of time here in the future. There's a lot to offer there for family. SNR. Thank you, Mr. Patrick. Yep. SNR. That looks like a place I definitely want to be a member of because, if it's just a cost thing is the only reason why you're not having good steak, then yeah, we'll have to pay for that steak. I don't know what they run over there, but he was liking the price. I remember him stacking up his cart, talking about it. He was digging the prices. I don't remember what it was, but they weren't crazy or nothing. So, which island would you like to visit in the future? Bouncing around and all that stuff, that's great. But that's why I picked Dumaguete. I'm done. I don't want to juggle. I see these Ilo versus this or this versus that. I'm 50. I'm not 35. I've already got a 5-year-old daughter. Let's settle down. Dumaguete's going to be home. It's going to take a lot for me not to want to keep going there. Something will have to happen for me not to want to keep building in Dumaguete. Again, it's just too much all around you. It's like it's a gateway to everything. Everybody, someone's bragging about Darwin, somebody's bragging about Valencia. It's a 15, 20-minute ride. You can have it all. That's why it's like funny to me when people's like, oh, Dumaguete's this or whatever. It's like Dumaguete's at the heart of everything everybody's either bragging about. You got your Dumaguete lovers, you got your Valencia lovers, all that is that whole territory. Well, Dumaguete's just fine because it's all right around you. When we were at Robertson's, like Rib Shack. Douglas Martin, welcome. My apologies. My wife told me to say that. It's like I gotta get a better routine with this. Yeah. Please remember, this is my first live stream. It'll come out of my mouth a little bit smoother here over time. But thank you, everybody. I know it's not many of you, but I appreciate y'all coming in here instead of making me feel silly with nobody in here. But I appreciate it. And everything's on the board with me. That's the whole point of the live stream. You can go anywhere. I can just say I'd rather not talk about that, but it ain't going to bother me. You can go anywhere you want on these questions, by the way. That's the whole point of this. Things I'm not going to do on YouTube for a while. At some point, I'll open up and be a little more engaging, a little more spicy, so to speak, especially when it comes to certain vloggers making Dumaguete look bad or stuff. That'll be kind of fun, I guess. Don't have to get ugly or nothing, but yeah, something I said on an earlier video today. It's like, that's my home. That's my daughter's home. I take it personal. The New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, they get passionate about football games. I get passionate about Dumaguete. That's my home. It's new. I ain't been there 20 years. I get it. I understand that. But I got a little girl. That's her home now. So, yeah, the passion's there for, our new home. All right, that was when we were at Robinson's, like Rib Shack. I've seen Rib Shack, I think. I am going to have to check some new places out. We didn't, again, you get in there, you get your routines. We did the same thing. Daughter's little. She's hard to deal with on some situations because she wants to run and play. And in the Philippines, you just can't let go of their hand and just let them run. There's somebody on a scooter or car zooming by. So It's just different right now. I'm imagining her at 6 and 7 when she listens a little bit better. Aaron Patrick, had any time to price lots from 500 to 1,000 square meters? I did. You know, the 500 to 1,000 square meters in Dumaguete, you know, within 5 minutes of the boulevard, and I'm gonna have to come up with some real money for that one. That would probably cost me what it would cost me to buy a house up the hill a little bit. 1,000 square meters is definitely the size. I mean, I guess that's around a quarter acre. Yeah, that's something I want. I mean, that's somewhere you can park cars. You can let friends, if you can make friends over time, they can park their cars on your property while they're gone for a while. And I think like that. I'm already thinking in the future. It's like when you got some friends in town and stuff, and you know maybe they need to buy some stuff or they need some furniture. You have a place where they can put some stuff for a little while because you got a property that you can pack stuff away. So yeah, I like the 1,000 square meter property. I know up in Seaboard Land outside of Dumaguete, 1,000 square meters, I find that all day long for 20,000 USD. They might have bumped up a little bit. They're probably bumping it up a little bit because they know you're going to probably offer them 20,000. So if you see 23, 24, 25,000, that's probably something you can get for 20,000 in the 1,000 square meter range, especially with overlooking the sea. But I don't think I want to be that far up even in a couple of years. When I'm in Dumaguete, I want to be in Dumaguete. The boulevard is my little spot. I want to go there every morning or most of the week. I don't want to have to get on. I don't want to drive there if I don't want to. So I'm definitely looking in that area. And that area probably is going to cost me $50,000, $75,000 just for the lot. And that might not get me much more than 300, 400 square meters in the city. If you got cash in hand and you're waving it around, you're ready to talk business, yeah, you might get it a good size, 500 square meter for around $50,000 possibly. In the city, close to all the boulevard stuff, it's going to take a little work. But I would expect to be able to get something in that area for $50,000. 1,000 square meters up in Valencia, man, you can get a house and home up there for $50,000, pretty nice. But 1,000 square meters up in Valencia, Darwin, I've been looking at those for 4 or 5 years. $20,000 should get you a nice 1,000 square meter lot, even with a fence on it, most likely. Maybe not 100%, but it'll at least have three, the sides and the back. You might not have nothing in the front, or it might have chain or metal of some kind in the front. But I've seen for $20,000, 1,000 square meters, hundreds of times as the asking price. So who knows what they would have taken on the come down. When I spent 6, 7 months in COVID just in a condo, that's all I did was look at houses, property, because I was seriously wanting to get out of the condo. Mountains seems like they are cooler. Mountains are definitely cooler. Without a doubt, they're definitely cooler. Don't know if I don't know. I'd rather visit. That's the beautiful part about the Philippines again for me. I love to go up around a Thursday night, stay at a resort somewhere. Cost me $150, $200, stay at a resort for 3 nights, swim, have a few days of cool down, get out of the city for a little bit. You're refreshed. Let's go back home. That's why I love Dumaguete. I don't have to pack bags, and it's not a big excursion just to go up the hill to Valencia, go down to Darwin, Cebu Land. I mean, it's all right around you. I mean, even if you want to go to Sigior, man, this stuff is so easy. I mean, I didn't make it look easy. I didn't film any of this stuff, but it's because of the 5-year-old. I mean, if it wasn't for a 5-year-old daughter who's, she needs a lot of attention when we're doing these things, I would have had a lot more footage of all these little simple trips. It would given me more energy in the first place, just because I don't have to focus on her so much. And of course, you got to feed them all, and it's. Huh?
She was 4.
Oh, she was 4 at the time. Yeah, she just turned 5. So yeah, technically she was 4. Aaron Patrick, don't show your face as a white man. You will pay more. Let your wife and go. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. That's the whole thing with the building company. I mean, most likely we'll definitely have a building company in the near future. She's reluctantly listening about having to learn this stuff because she doesn't really want to do it, but she's going to have to, or I'm not going to do any of it, because I'm not going to go pay retail when we could be building wholesale prices. So you want the dream house, hon? She's going to have to learn how to negotiate block, steel, rebar, roofing, air conditioning, all those things, because I'm not going to get the price. I'll end up, building it myself and paying retail for everything. So she'll get on board with that eventually. When she sees like it's there, just, you got to do these small things. You got a list, you got your contractors, you got your suppliers, start negotiating. it's your business. We can hire a lawyer to set everything up. It's not like it can't be done. It's just, do you want it bad enough to do it? Britt Bringham, that's true. Aaron Patrick, smart man. We'll see about that. At the end of it all, I could easily see throwing my hands up in the air, being like, God, it's just easier to write a check. Always trying to do the thing that is the better way to go. There's a price to pay for it. You lose sleep. You think about these things 24/7, overanalyzing things. That's how my brain works, and I still don't think she's used to the way my brain works. Nope, that was a definite no, she's not. She is smart. On what part? Was that you wrote? No, that's Britt wrote that. We'll see. All right, so we got 13 in here?
Yeah.
All right, somebody give me a good question. Not that those were not good questions. You can ask another house question for all I care. We can do whatever, but let's see what else we got going on out there. Any of my guys in here right now, girls in here, have any Dumaguete questions? Do they follow any of the drama? Do they stay out of it? Does it not interest them? Do they know everything that's going on? Do you know more than me? Jeff H., I'm carnivore. Will I survive there? Well, Jeff H., I'm trying to become carnivore right now. I'm about 80% of the way there. If I was by myself, I'm 100% carnivore right now. I have no problem because I just wouldn't have anything else in the house. It'd be real simple. But got the wife, got the daughter, got other food in the house. So will he survive there? Yeah, you can survive there. It's going to take you some time and some homework. Chicken's obviously going to be one of your things. Sardines in cans, fill in the gaps. Your vegetables. I mean, I don't know if you throw in any, 100% carnivore, or do you got some of the little side things you're allowed to throw in there? I don't know. You want avocados, or you a no to avocados, strictly meat? Carnivores. There's a few different kinds from what I've seen, but chicken, pork, burger. I don't know about the burger over there. If you can find a good supplier for burger. I didn't. I won't. I mean, I had a couple burgers from some nicer places, and my system noticed it wasn't what it was used to. So I'm not going to probably eat much burger. So it comes back down to, can you eat chicken every single day? It would be a struggle, to be honest with you. So you're going to have to find some other meat. If you can find burger, make your own burger possibly, but it's going to be costly. If your finances are good, you can make it happen. If you do a few of the avocados or certain other, are you no nuts? Do you do some nuts? That would help. But if you're a strictly 100% carnivore, it would be some real work. I mean, not that it can't be done, but can you eat chicken every single day, twice a day? That would be tough. Huh?
He said butter and cheese.
Butter and cheese. Again, another tough one. It can be gotten. You're going to have to find suppliers for these nice restaurants. Like if you was in Cebu City, I'd say yes, you probably could make it happen because they got some of the higher scale places. They're going to have butter and cheese. Someplace like Dumaguete, I'm sure it's there, but I don't trust any of the butter being actual butter. If you look at the ingredients, you can tell it doesn't say made with milk. It's made with other stuff. Same thing with the cheese. You're not going to see cheese there like you see here. But if you've got the high-end stores, grocery stores like you can find in Cebu City, yeah, Dumaguete is going to be a little tricky. I don't think I could be 100% carnivore in the Philippines in Dumaguete. I'd be miserable. I'd be hungry. I'd be angry a lot. So I don't think I could do it there. Now, Cebu City, it would be a good chance I can make it happen, especially with S&R. If I can get to steak and chicken, some cheese, butter, eggs, lots of eggs, yeah, probably could do it in Cebu City. It'd be trickier in Dumaguete. Only follow J Philippines and the P. Jay, you're straight shooter and to the point. Appreciate that, Aaron Patrick. I will survive on salad and chicken. It'll work. You'll do it. Where's Britt? Did I miss one? What took you the longest to deal with in the Philippines? Oh, man. The Philippines, I love the Philippines. I love the Philippines, Let's be honest. My last 2 times being in the Philippines, one of the times was COVID. I ain't got nothing good to say about COVID in the Philippines, and that's one of my biggest fears is for the future. If we do another lockdown of any type of pandemic, I know exactly what they'll do in the Philippines. Philippines will do whatever they're told. Just is what it is. I'd say a good 20, 30% of the people are still wearing masks. So, it'll be 100% mask wearing again. So I did COVID in the Philippines. Then I came home, had to work, save, get in a good spot again. Then we just went back with a 4-year-old. So it was work again. My love of the Philippines is I can see what it would be in the future. I can see what I love about it. I'm not currently experiencing all that love. I'm not building my dream home. I'm not riding around on my good motorcycle that I bought because I want my own scooter. I don't want to be the rental scooter guy. I want my own truck with my big tires on it. If we have a wreck, I'm probably going to be fine. That type of truck in the Philippines. I don't have any of that stuff. So that's all the mental game I'm playing with myself. I know I'm going to love that in the future. It'll be fun in the future. I saw how easily I could have had a fitness group in the Philippines. I mean, I could have gone to the boulevard every morning. The kids show up after school. They start hanging out. It'd just be so easy to build things there. But these last 2 times in the Philippines have been work. There ain't been nothing fun about it. It's just seeing the things that in the future that would be fun. I would love to go snorkeling. I would love to go diving possibly in the future if I can get past a little shark fear, but I'm sure I will, especially if my daughter is egging me on. So I'll get past all that. What was that question? Hang on. I lost myself. Saying detours. What is your?
Have a great live chat, guys. Read it there, love.
Where was it? Hang on. No. What? Longest to get used to in the Philippines. What was the longest to deal with in the Philippines? There's nothing that really bothers me. The noises don't bother me anymore. The neighbors talking at 5:30 in the morning, right outside your door. That would typically, a 40-year-old Jay would be really like, do you understand? I'm sleeping just on the other side of this wall. I mean, that type of mentality. Now at 50, I'm like, they just don't notice that stuff. It's just, maybe they should, but they just not going to. So being upset about it is pointless. Either learn to just not care or don't be there because it's not going to change. You're not going to change nobody. All you're going to do is look like the ugly expat, And even if you're having a bad day, don't blow your top because they all going to talk about you. You're going to be the guy that got his entire name spread around the entire community because you lost your cool one day, one time. That's all it's going to take. So the noises don't bother me no more. It's either get up or just ignore it. And most of the time I just get up. It's time to make coffee. 6 o'clock in the morning, they're outside your door talking, getting ready for school, just jibber jabbering away. No care. So get up, make coffee, start your day. I don't know anything took me the longest. I mean, I've already gone through the hardest parts. I had a baby with a girl. It wasn't even technically my girlfriend at the time. We were dating, seeing each other. She got pregnant. That was a roller coaster. Then you come back, you have a baby in the Philippines. That's work. Then you come home, you go back and COVID hits. You come home, you work, you go back with a 4-year-old. So let me tell you, Philippines ain't been fun. But in the future, I know it has everything I'm looking for to raise my daughter in, things we can go do. Sitting at the house, we can go to a beach resort. Sitting at the house, we can go to the boulevard and go walk and get ice cream. Get out of the house. Here in the country, we're not going nowhere. We're stuck here. There's possum probably out in the backyard right now eating. No, he's not back there yet, but he will be shortly. I'll show him here in a little bit. I mean, that's the excitement of the night. Oh, there's the possum. What we got going on here? Mary Ann. Oh, Mary Ann's on here. Did you say hi? You want me to say hi to your sister? Okay. Hi. Come say hi, Adeline. You gotta come say hi to his family. Jay, I hope you get there by your building.
Hello, Nang.
Okay, hang on. Let me go back here and catch some of these questions. Salad and chicken will definitely work. Detours. Have a great live chat, guys. Thank you, David. Talk with you soon, buddy. Douglas Martin, what is your work now? Man, I'm going to probably vlog a little bit of that. I'm not sure how to go about that. I'm not sure anybody who started following my Philippine channel is going to want to see me build sheds. But I build sheds on sites where people can't have sheds delivered because of their yards, terrain, landscaping. They don't want the big machinery going through the yard with a heavy shed. They hire somebody like me, and I just go on site and build it for them, customize it the way they want it. Chicken coops are... I'm probably going to try to sell more chicken coops this year than I am sheds just because they're easier to carry and faster to build. But I'll show some of that here very soon. Actually, as soon as it warms up, either this weekend or by Monday, I'll probably start putting some chicken coops together. So my next couple of vlogs, I'll have Adeline throw in some clips of what we do. because she's going to be making commercials for us here soon for our marketing campaign coming up here in about 10 days. Hard to get used to burning piles of trash, barking dogs, noisy roosters, and learning not to lose face as you will be labeled by the locals. I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, that's when you really start to enjoy the Philippines. If you can find a spot that you feel comfortable in and you don't put yourself in those positions because you actually live there. You know, like right now, I still feel like a tourist, even though I got a Philippine wife and a Philippine daughter born in the Philippines. You know, it's like until I have my spot, it's going to feel touristy to me. I want to feel like I can go shopping today for the house. I can go buy me a new TV and put it in my house, couch for my house. You know, when I come home here, I got all that waiting for me. I don't need to carry all my bags back. I can leave my clothes over there, my shoes over there. That's when it's going to feel good for me. And that's when you don't put yourself in all these positions to be in bad spots. A lot of these guys are living in condos. They're stacked on top of each other. Elevators are slow. It's hot. You know, these guys can't go up and down the stairs. They need that elevator. They're agitated. The pool's closed for some unknown reason. Why is the pool closed? I don't know. They just decided to put closed on it today. You know, a lot of tempers. You're living in a spot that it's not the best spot for you. A lot of these guys can't get a house. They're not married. They're single over there dating, and they complain. You know, you're going there for one reason. Be happy that you can even go over there for those reasons because you're lucky that it's even there.
Said something about.
Yeah, the burning dogs, barking, roosters above it. Marianne, hi. Aaron, oh, Jay, I hope you get there. Oh, Mr. Aaron. Yeah, I saw that a second ago. Then Adeline came over and said hi. Got me distracted. Jay, I hope you get there by building my home in 10 years when I retire. Buddy, I'm sure I'll be an excellent builder in the Philippines in 10 years, be honest with you. I'll be surprised if I haven't built 100 homes by then, because I know in the next couple of years, it's probably going to really kick off. But I appreciate that. I ain't going to forget you. That name is, I don't know, I had a good friend when I was younger named Aaron. So Aaron, 2 first names, Aaron Patrick. It'll be easy to remember you. Stick around for the 10 years. Might even get a really good price from me. I'm sure you will. Let's see. Brett, poor kids, dead dogs. Sometimes I hear people, they don't have much empathy. I wish I didn't have as much as I had sometimes, because it is really hard seeing little girls over there just the same age as my daughter, younger, just as pretty as my little girl, but they are on the streets. Yeah, it's hard to see this, and you ain't going to live in the Philippines and not see that. So something to think about. You're going to see poor kids everywhere. Some of them are being used to hustle. You know, it ain't the kid's fault. Kid don't know any different, but yeah, there's poor kids that you ain't ever going to see unless you're in the Philippines or some third world country. Adelfonso, how are you? I am well. How you doing, Mr.? How do you pronounce it? Adelfonso. I know it is. He Facebook me. Don't tell me who it is. That's what I was going to say. It's my father. I know it. How you doing, Father? Miss you all. Wish we could just ride down the street and be back over at the family's house real quick. Come say hi to your father. There we go. I agree, Jay.
Hello, Tay.
Lawson's Adventure Vlog, saying Bernadette Lawson, message retracted. Lawson's Adventure Vlog, Bernadette. I'm back in South Carolina. I love the Philippines, man. I think we all love it, and if we don't love it, we're almost there. I know I love it, although, like I said a minute ago, it's like I got a lot of work to do to finally settle in and be, in the spot I want to be in the Philippines. Right now, it's all just a work. It's kind of like knowing you're going to love your finished house when it's built, but it's got a lot of construction to go on. That's the Philippines for me. I've had a baby in the Philippines. I've had COVID in the Philippines. I've had other trips to the Philippines. It's been all hard. It's been work. Ain't none of it been fun and playful and, like a lot of guys kind of do when they just go for the short trips. It's been a lot of work, but that's why my heart is involved in it. That's why it is what it is. That's why I take offense to, the comments about Dumaguete this or whatever, expats. You come there, you find your wife or your fiance, and you've made money and you've done well for yourself. Then you talk about bouncing and leaving the country. It's like, what? You went to the country that changed your life. Now you're not happy no more? Oh, can you still live on Social Security in the Philippines? Man, when does inflation stop? I mean, that's going to be the big thing here in the future. Does inflation keep going up every year? Is it going to slow down for a while, give y'all a break? I'm going to try to move this camera angle around, see if it's better like that. Let me know if that's better or worse. Looking up a little bit or where it was. If you, let's say $1,500 a month, like I've seen 100,000 of these, budget channels, man, if you're just a random eater, you eat what you want, you don't have a budget. I mean, you're not worried about diets or anything, and you don't have a home, you're paying rents. 1,500, you're gonna hit that number pretty easy. Let me see. Hang on, patch you the sweet pea. Honey, is that better looking at that or back up here?
Yeah, that's better.
Where? Right up here?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Social Security, it's tough. It can definitely be done. I mean, like we've seen the guys over there doing it on $700-800 a month. Back up to any questions I might have missed because it's hard to see the screen down there. It's pretty small. But it can be done. I mean, if you find you a good spot, the rent, is probably going to be outside the city. It's going to save you $100 on food alone just because you got outside the city. You're going to save on the rent, which gives you more food to buy. So you're going to eat better. I'd definitely stay out of the city if you was in Dumaguete, Valencia, Darwin, Cebuland, any of those outside the city. I mean, it's not far to get there.
It's better when you're closer.
It's better. What?
The camera.
Closer. All right. Let me see what we got here. Can you still live on Social Security? When you were in Duke, have you experienced a lot of brownouts? We stayed at places that had generators. They had a few brownouts, but nothing that we noticed a whole lot. Because the places we chose to stay at had generators there. In the city, the hotels, most of them had generators. I think we had a couple for a few minutes. It would kick out. The generators would kick on. Again, for me, I've watched enough of the solar panel videos. It's pretty obvious if I lived in the country, part of my budget is going to be into solar panels, just for those things. Generators, stockpiling diesel, make sure you got enough diesel on hand. I'm not going to be worried about it too much anyway. Brownouts, I've seen enough people talk about them. Obviously, if you got health conditions, you can't be in brownouts too often or too long for that matter. So different people, that'll be more important than others. A couple good generators would definitely go a long way to help you in that situation. Good morning, Mama Oladan. See, I know it was your mama. And Kiri and pretty granddaughter. Hope you all are fine. Miss you all. I'm sure Kiri will come out here right before the end. Aaron Patrick, Britt Birmingham, the sweet spot, 1,500, 2,000. Hey, honestly, once you get right around it, if you can get to the $2,000 mark, stay under it. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be. I mean, I don't know you physically. You have to be eating a lot not to be able to do it on 2,000. If you do any type of prepping your food, cooking good sized meals, buying in bulk, that'll be pretty easy. I mean, $500 should have you a good place to live in. It gives you $1,500. You're going to have some cell phone, gas, your basic things everybody already knows. I mean, yeah, as long as you don't have any emergencies. I mean, as long as you got that emergency stash, the emergency stash is going to be important. You need to have you probably, I mean, I've heard all different kinds of numbers. Me personally, if I was going to stay over there for a year straight, I'd make sure I have 10,000, 500,000 pesos stuffed somewhere that I can get to or she can get to easily, just in case something happened. I'm a pretty good, driver when it comes to the scooters. I kind of, my eyes are going 100 different directions at once, but I can't do nothing about the guy behind me who's not paying attention. I can do a little bit. I try to watch behind me, but you can't do that all the time. So I can't do nothing if I get hit from behind and, I'm injured. I don't think she paid much attention where I would go to the hospital. She probably would have just been like, what's the nearest hospital? That'll get more serious in the future as well. I won't go until we know what the hospital situations are and stuff like that, because if something does happen, yeah, you're probably going to have to go find that stash of cash and make sure that they don't turn you away. We'll take care of all the Phil Health and all those little things, but Phil Health ain't going to take care of a broken back or heart attacks or stuff like that. You're still going to have to walk in with some cash at most places. Mr. Martin, barking dogs, but they sleep too. Yes, chickens, but they sleep too. Yeah. I've been in the Philippines enough. That's the dogs and the chickens. I'm good. I mean, if I'm around too much of that, that's my fault. I'm probably just picking the wrong places to stay, because In the Philippines, if you're not living in a house, man, why are you staying in the same area all the time? It's just go move somewhere else. There's so many rentals around. Stephanie Gates, do you have any recommendations? Which parts of Dumaguete is nice to live in? Well, I need to probably clarify. When you say parts of Dumaguete, are you talking outside of Dumaguete, like Valencia, Darwin? Um, I don't know territories that well yet, other than Dumaguete City, then Darwin. I mean, Darwin over here, then Valencia up the hill. Um, I would like to spend more time in Valencia next time. I kind of wanted to stay out of there because I didn't want to do what everybody was just telling me to do. Go to Valencia, you'll love it. So I kind of was obstinate. No, I'm just going to stay in Dumaguete. I'm going to fall in love with Dumaguete, which I did. I definitely want a house right in the heart of the city. I mean, I want to be right in the heart of it. I want to hear the scooters going up down the road. I want to walk outside and be where I want to go in 5 minutes. I definitely want some type of house there. And if it gets old or whatever, we'll rent it, sell it, move on. That's the worst thing that can happen. But I want to be in the heart of it. I'm not moving to Philippines yet or in the near future. I got a little girl. I need her to be around things that she's interested in doing with her dad. So I don't want to be up in the country in the Philippines and be in the country in Kentucky. We miss you so much. Sorry, Jay. You suffer eating banana and broiled egg every evening. I like my broiled eggs, Mama, and the bananas, not so much, but they had their moments. But I'd come back in a heartbeat if I could, and we will. We'll work on it. We'll get over there as soon as we can. All sins. And bought a motorbike. Oh, you got a motorbike. What kind of motorbike did you get? Let's see. Oh, $1,000 a month for me. We went to Baguio, Angela's 100 Island tour to the Pacific Ocean, back and forth. Now that's a video I'd like to watch. I'd like to see all that, because that's the thing with the Philippines. I've told Island for years. I've told other people for years. I could go visit islands every month in the Philippines, and I won't be able to visit nearly all of them by the time I die. There's so many of them. And there's going to be ones you're going to wish you'd known about many years ago, and you'll probably find out about them at some late stage of life. It's like, oh my God, this one's been here the whole time and I didn't know about it. It's always the same ones that everybody already hears about all the time. If you own your own home, 1,500 is good now. Yeah, I mean, that really is. To me, that would be probably my monthly goals anyway, because I don't need a whole lot of extras. I just need my food. I go to the gym. If I got a place to rest and relax, I'm good. I don't need a whole lot else. But I'm going to want to do activities. So I do want to have a yard I can do things in, build things, work on things, maybe even teach some local young guys. Maybe they want to learn a new skill or something, teach them how to do some concrete, polishing concrete tables, making different things that I've learned in the past. But 1,500 is a good number to have if you own your own house. I mean, that's you can make it work. Let's put it that way. You can definitely make it work, and you can probably do pretty well on that. That ain't really hurting, unless again groceries keep going up and up and up. In 5 years from now, who knows? But if inflation recovers a little bit or just slows down a bit, you should be fine. The Yamaha 155. What That's the one I rented. What is that? Aerox. Aerox. Yeah, I rented one of those before. I think that 155 black when I was over in Bohol. I rented a 155. I really liked that one. It was much better than this little 125 I had this past couple months. No acceleration, but yeah, the 155 Yamaha, I like that one. I'd probably have that one at the house. Let's see. What you over there laughing for? No more comments? Dead air? Let's see, man. Jay. All right, guys. Well, you know what? How long have we been on here? How long has it been? 58 minutes? Oh, man, it's been 58 minutes. Oh, I could see how people actually do this thing now for 3 hours. Man, if we had some more questions, I'd be going on and on and on. This would be easy.
Just thank them for coming.
All right. I do thank all y'all for coming. This is awesome. What's the deal with the TP? I'll tell you what with the TP. I can tell you what the deal is with the TP. If you're a Westerner and you go in the Philippines, get you some TP. That's all it is. I remember the first condo I stayed in with Adeline had a little sign on the back of the toilet, no TP. And I'm like, what? Like, yeah, there's going to be TP. Yeah, I wouldn't go around telling everybody about it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how what other people talk about it because they probably do it in their own language. But toilet paper, I never had an issue with toilet paper. It's always been in the hotels. It's always been in the condos I was in. But I do recall the first month in the Philippines and IT Park, or right outside of IT Park, the first condo I stayed in had a big warning sign: "Do not flush toilet paper." Okay. Oh, I flushed. So, uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, wet wipes, absolutely. Um, yeah, you got to be clean. So, yeah, you got to do something. Uh, I've learned things since then. Let's just say that we'll leave that. That's enough of that part. But I've learned things since the beginning. But yeah, to the new guy, find your toilet paper, wet wipes. That's a must. That's a must. Austin's Adventure Blog. It's not an IMAX. IMAX. Okay, yeah. No, I don't. Air Rocks. AEROX. I thought it was an Air Rocks 155 Yamaha that I had. I know that I haven't paid attention to the scooters much in the last few years. So, I mean, I know I like that Honda PCX or whatever that 160. I still like the Air Rocks 155 that I was riding. I assume they still make that one. But honestly, in the Philippines, I could see me having probably 10 of these things. I'd have a different size scooter for different things. I'd have me probably one motorcycle, two motorcycles. If I was going up to Valencia tomorrow, I'd probably be on a big cruiser bike. If I was going down to the boulevard every day, I'd probably be on my little 125, spending almost no money on gas. If I was going to take the family out on the scooter because we were going to go up the road for a little bit and we didn't feel like taking the car, I'd be on a 160 Honda PCX or 155 Aerox, something that's got a little more power. There's a good reason to have a different kind of scooter for different situations. I don't think one scooter fits all in the Philippines. Did I get sick much? Oh, you can't say the name of it. I got you, Lawson. I understand. Um, yes, I did get sick a lot, but I don't think I think it's the stress. Honestly, it's just I mean, it's not even so much the adjustment. It's just how hard we made this trip on us. I mean, if you watch any of my past videos, you saw the bags. That wasn't for show. I'm carrying 150, 250. I don't know. No, it's at least 200 pounds, 150 minimum, maybe 200 pounds of luggage around every time we're in and out of an airport, in and out of a taxi. Adeline's probably got 35, 40 pounds of a backpack on her, so I can't give her more than one. So I'm having to scoot these bags around. I'm sweating. My daughter's trying to be in my arms. Yeah, it was stressful just doing this much luggage. It was just ridiculous how much we took with us this time. I won't be doing that again by any stretch. I mean, minimum 50% less luggage next time. So I think being the sick thing more than anything was just being exhausted, just worn out. I was totally healthy, feeling great leaving Philippines. By the time I got to Istanbul, Turkey on the flight, I mean, just 11 hours later, my throat was already hurting. I was already having phlegm come up. And I went from boulevard running, sweating, feeling great to 24 hours later, I got a sore throat. My neck is hurting. By the time I got to Chicago, I mean, I'm coughing. Yeah, just yuck. So yeah, and that went on for actually till, a little bit's left still, even at this point. We've been home for over 2 weeks. Daughter's had it. Adeline's had it a little bit, but not much. But my daughter's had it. Okay, so don't be crying. Okay, don't be acting like you're sick then. Well, I appreciate you being good and humble. Faye Oadan. Aw, I miss you all. I miss you, Miss Oadan. I appreciate the way that you treated us. Just the way that you all, was concerned about Kiri meant a lot. It really was noticed and appreciated. Makes you want to come back even sooner, to be honest with you. We miss you. We love you. And it'll probably be somewhat of our home too in the future. I know I keep saying Dumaguete, but don't let the Oladans think that doesn't include your all's little area as well. I absolutely just as interested in, I don't even want to say how to pronounce it. Kabagugayan. Kabagugayan. Billerin. Billerin. I'll just sell Billerin. I have as just much interest as being over there as I do Dumaguete in some ways, especially when Kiri gets a little bit older and we can hop on boats and planes a little bit easier. Jimmy B. How stable are the mountainsides in Valencia? I have seen several slides down in Mindanao lately. I've got to imagine with the way the roads are done over there, I'm sure the the stability of the mountains are probably just as bad as maybe some of the construction in some of the other areas. I wouldn't, heavy rain seasons. I mean, again, I'm not going to not go somewhere because of it, but I don't know if I'd be with a house anywhere near something like that, especially for over 50 years, thinking it's the homestead. Filipinos are different. We're Westerners. We're worrying about all these little things. They're not worrying about these things. I'm sure her mom and dad be thinking, what's he worried about? It's like, because they're not worried about these things. They're right by the ocean. They're not worried about floods and stuff. I mean, if it does, it floods. But landslides, mountainsides, that's a little different. I didn't hear a whole lot about it. I've seen some of it on some of the videos and YouTube streams. I'll be honest, my biggest thing over there is just not getting killed by random drivers. A bus driver falling asleep, running into the back of you. I mean, I've driven it with enough people now where it's like, man, they really do ride 6 inches off of somebody's tail, and it's just normal. If you did that here in America, you're getting brake checked. Somebody's, it's going to be an accident for sure because somebody's going to slam their brakes on you. Philippines, it's just normal driving, so I'd be more worried about the driving in the Philippines. That'd be my number one fear. I don't worry about floods. If it floods, you rebuild, you'll vacuum it out, you'll clean it up. But the driving is because you don't have a whole lot of control over that one. If I see a Hurricane 5 coming my way, I'm jumping on a plane or ferry boat if I need to. I'll go to a different island. I'll go somewhere else. I'll go to Thailand if I need to. Not a whole lot you can do when you're a good driver, but you can't control anything else around you. So, I mean, my number one fear in the Philippines, if I was going to have a fear, it's not tornadoes, thunderstorms, flooding, landslides, earthquakes. It's drivers. You have a heck of a lot better chance of getting killed by a driver in my mind than you do any of the other things. How many people called you, hey, Joe? Did anybody?
I don't know.
No.
Not that I would ask.
No, I mean, honestly, that's what's fun about the Philippines. This started to be kind of fun. I started going to some of the stores all the time on a regular basis because Carrie going to play at the mall or something. People that wouldn't even look at you the first few times because they're nervous. You're 6'3", you're a tall guy. They won't even look at you sometimes. Then after a while, they'll start saying, hi, sir. Then you see them again in a few days. They'll smile at you now. So a lot of it's just being comfortable. They didn't know my name. Don't let me share my name with too many people.
When you say Asian Philippines, it's like to end Americans.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't. No, I didn't get any of those hey Joes then. No, because my name is Joseph, my first name. So no, I thought that's what you was referring to. But no, I didn't get any hey Joes. Maybe they did. I didn't even recognize it. But a lot of the elders around the boulevard, they started talking to me on a regular basis. They'd walk up to me, stop me in the middle of my workout. I'd be in the middle of doing push-ups, and they would stand right over top of me like, stop doing push-ups, stand up. I want to talk to you. So it's like, okay, let's talk. They just got comfortable seeing me there every day. So a year of that straight, I can't imagine how many locals I would get to know just by being in the same spot all the time. And that's what I look forward to. Those are the things I really look forward to. Britt, thank you so much, buddy. Yeah, we are getting ready to wrap this one up. But I think we're going to do this kind of often. We're going to work on some better topics. I think we'll probably start off with like a video during the day or whatever we post on our regular videos, and we'll lead to a live stream discussion. And we'll start trying to have topics. That way it's not just a free-for-all. We'll do the free-for-alls every once in a while. But yeah, I think we're going to try to get some videos out there faster if we just stick to a topic. We can talk about the Dumaguete stuff. Not so much I want to talk about other people, but it's home. A lot of people, they get sucked into that whole stuff and they don't realize you're talking about a very small group of people that you think is this big community. It's not a big community. They want you to think they're a big community. It's not a big community. It's a few people. Then there's a few people outside of them talking about those other few people. It's anybody who's trying to persuade you about, a Dumaguete, this or that, like nobody knows who these people are outside the little bitty group that follows this stuff. And the wife pulling the strings in the back room. Yes, she is. She's just over there. She's like, come on, I want to go eat. I can hear her now. The Wallace life. Take care. Thank you, guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. This is a good time to end it, man. Enjoyed your first live. Thank you, Aaron Patrick. Everybody who asked questions, appreciate you helping me out tonight. Feel free to ask anything you want. Nothing's off topic that I can think of to say. Everything will be on topic. I don't care.
YouTube, about your YouTube. What's your future about your YouTube?
Enjoyed your first live stream. We'll talk about that next time. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for stopping in. Talk with y'all soon. Thank you, Jimmy B. In stream.